right into it here, and SMB, they're starting out already. See the boom bot up mid. This is something we saw quite a lot last game, and SMB, they have a much less attacking comp than the FPX side, but they've been really making these rounds count in this second half, so we're going to see a slow start once again. Both of these teams like to play this really aggressive end-of-round gameplay, keeping it passive to begin with, so slow walk up mid, and it looks like they're going for a ropes attack first.
All right, just checking through ropes, checking postal, making sure everybody is cleared from there, and Pora's gonna poke up, but there's already Demasik waiting for him here on the Phoenix. A bit of a bait here as Russ finds the opening on Angel. That's the one you're looking for.
Yeah, all the way up in B heaven, so that leaves only 4 players left on the SMB, on the FPX side, sorry, they're on the defense this time, and looks like the rotation is coming round. They're anticipating that B take from the SMB team at this point. Power, he's going to lead up the charge, and it looks like they are going to go for that. Zipan going to be waiting for them.
Ooh.
No contact just yet. A little bit of shots from Shadow, but he's blinded up now, and here come SMB. They're attacking full force once again. Only 25 seconds left. Izzy, he'll hit a one-tap onto Zipan. A few warning shots fired off as well as that, and he's going to be clearing CT while the rest of his team thinking about what they need to do. Russ fires one shot off, and he'll find Shadow. The spray down will just about catch one, and Shao gets a second. Dimasic there for Brave as well after the trade, but it's a 1v2 now. Dimasic on 36 HP. He'll flash around the corner, but Power, even though he's flashed, he'll find that kill, and SMB take their, well, 8th round, first round today.
Man, that was a close one. Russ did so much work in that last round, getting the entry and the follow-up. Very well done, but it got hairy on site. And Dimasic could have been able to stop the plant. He went and checked default first, but it was behind the box. It was a bit more of a closed up. But this is a very awkward engagement there for Shao, but still got Izzy and Russ off of it. Dimasic good one, like I said, but there was such little time left. You need to make the play happen, and indeed they did. Got the spike down as well. Means extra cash for you to work with here on the next round, at SMB getting close to tying things up, now at 8-10.
Yeah, and into this next round, making it down to 2 already. Izzy's going to find the head of Shao, and takes a little bit of doing, but he does get the kill in the end. It's another opening pick for Izzy and for SMB. That opens things up very nicely for them. You can see Power is on that luck over towards A, but the rest of the team once again towards mid. Might join Power up over through sewers at this point, while FPX, they have to redistribute themselves across the map.
Yeah, Power is looking maybe for a poke early on. You can tell that it's only the Sage that's sitting around that top window side that can support over on A, and once it's open, SMB can just immediately rush in. There's a wall that's already been put up, and oh, the shot from Pora, that's it. And it should be teleported now, directly information to FPX that the push is happening. There's the wall up, and they're gonna be able to rush into site. Izzy going for the power position, checking it quick, and plant on screens is nigh to be denied.
Brave will get that spike down. The rest of his team, they're going to keep him away. Shadow, he's caught in the slow field, and he's going to be damaged up by that paint grenade. Down to 57 HP now. Pretty much any bullet to the chest will finish that one off. Angel trying to find some shots, but well, SMB, they're playing it safe on site, taking those post-plant positions, and they're not taking that for granted. The rest of the FPX side, they're going to have to make something happen quickly if they want to get anything done here as the spike ticks down, and Angel's still just trying to hold off that position, but the rest of his team, they look like they want to save up in this one. Leave it that 9-10 and try and bring it back before they get to double digits.
Shadow still changing about with his crosshairs, just trying to find the right one for this game. With 3 left and the amount of cash that you have, it's not surprising here that the play from FPX, the call is let's just stay back, we'll save up our rifles and see what we can work with. Flawless in total for SMB, and they get it even closer because of the 3 rifles that you see saved up between Dimasic, Shadow, and Angel. This should be a force buy to come out by FPX. And again, economy management on the defense is always very difficult. It's always something you need to keep an eye on. But for the attackers to constantly, at SMB, to constantly find opening kills, that is extremely difficult for you to deal with on the defense. Because usually you're split up between your sites, you have 2 on each side and maybe 1 in the middle trying to guess where the rotation will be, or to cut off those split pushes that we'll see attackers do quite often. But they can be easily overwhelmed on a site solo, and that's what happened in the last round. Quick attack on A, go for plant on screen, and you are good to go. So it is always SMB that can dictate the pace of these rounds, and honestly, this is quite impressive what they've been doing, looking at what they had last night when things got a bit slow at some point.
Yeah, unfortunately, the two players who didn't buy up, who did get killed in that last round, Xiao and Zipan, they're not really going to be able to buy up in this round.
Yeah,
There's not
only
quite
light
enough
shields.
money. Yeah, you can see some light shields coming out, but mostly just sheriffs in terms of weapons. There's a technical timeout going on, so I don't know, flashbacks to yesterday, but we're just seeing everything redistribute itself. I mean, FPX, it's this thing, right? Because SMB, they did have this momentum yesterday. We only saw FPX, they've only won one round in this half. They ended the half 9-3 yesterday, and well, only winning one round so far. They disrupted the momentum a little bit. We're getting back into it. Very nice, very nice.
Pulling them in.
It seems like SMB, they've kept their aim sharp. They've kept their momentum going. And will Izzy be able to keep it up? He's actually going to back up into sewers. No shots are going to land on anybody there. But again, it looks like SMB playing for that mid control to begin with.
Yeah, understandable that they would try to do so, but also they could play into FPX's control here. They're not sure exactly what has been bought on the FPX side. It might be where they think, okay, well, if they have a couple SMGs actually up close, they could still do quite a bit of work against us, despite this being kind of a light buy. But Pora's going to find Demasic, and that is huge. Just one rifle off the board, and now your flashes are done. You're going to have to rely on Paranoia and on shockwaves from Shadow and Angel. It's a lot of work for them to do, and slowly creeping their way back into B site. SMB are looking for more control.
Yeah, power's been so massive on those lurks so far. I mean, it's been a game of two halves with these lurks. Xiao was doing it last round. Here comes Izzy with the showstopper. Angel will find power in mid, and through Izzy comes, through the Cosmic Divide, looking for something, but Xiao will find him first, and even though they get the spike down, they're now at a man disadvantage. That Cosmic Divide will give them a little bit of cover just for a second here, but they're still going to have to, well, defend the whole retake, and against 5 players with that res, using up all the pizza slices there, Zipan. He's going to be able to get that res off and try and retake with the rest of his team. The 3 players of SMB waiting for something to happen. Angel using the From the Shadows to try and find out their positioning, and he does so. Russ will take the first kill onto Dimasic. There's still 4 players left to deal with, and he's taken a lot of damage at this point. The whole team down quite low here. One behind Billboard, and Angel will find the first shot. Ray finds 2, and Turco with another one. The res is going to come out from Turco as Russ gets revived. Shadow finds 2 kills, and he makes it. No, he can't defuse the spike. Even though he gets those kills, it's heartbreak for them. He'll die as well, and it makes it 10-10 between the 2 teams.
Was that exhilarating or what? Zipan going very quickly for his own res. You're in a 5v3, but post-plant positions for the attackers on point. Great play there, and Turco and Brave finding a kill each. That res really has saved the day, delaying Shadow a bit more. He wouldn't have had much time anyways. It was already done pretty much by the time the dive on the actual spike happened. I think the flash from the sky was definitely the one from Russ. Not only did he get kills in the round itself, but also the flash around the corner as all 4 players were kind of descending on the spike. They were unsure of what laid behind the Viper wall, or how long it would still be up, what they would be able to deal with. Like you said, it's the whole pizza that's been used up in this. I love the fact that we're using food as an analogy for all of this. It is so absolutely perfect given the situation. But hey, alt economy is definitely something you always have to keep in mind. And SMB, both SMB and FPX are very close when it comes to that alt economy as well, just because of the amount of work that has been done. And as usual, you hit that double digit, you instantly go for the tac timeout, you start talking and recognizing what's going on, because now these rounds in a row, SMB look good to take it deeper, but we finally see the full buy from FPX. They should have a bit of an easier time with rifles.
Yeah, well, speaking of alt economy, we've got Seekers on the side of SMB, and you're looking at getting that neural theft up quite soon. Possibly Cosmic Divide looking over there as well. Look at that, the fault line will keep him back. Shadow just trying to keep him away. Speaking of Shadow, he has that Rolling Thunder available. But you also have the Run It Back and the Viper's Pit almost there, is he? He's good for the headshots. He's down to 30 HP. He'll move in and look for something, but the Rolling Thunder, that's going to keep him well away. Xiao turning around the corner. Doesn't matter. Shadow's found the head first, and they're going to be able to keep him well back into A main in this first, well, 30 seconds of the round. Shadow, he'll see the shoulder of Brave, not quite find the head, but Zipan isn't going massive with this one. He's not going to turn around the corner and risk his own life. Power, they're going to go ahead and join him over towards Market.
rotating. That is the smart play to do it. And Para is so far away. He's ready to go into B. If you can find the entry here, that would be huge. But on time, as always. There we go. Rotating through, checking into ropes, checking into postal, realizing there's nobody in there, slowly creeping their way. And FPX have only one solution to this. Split 2-2 and just play our best. Maybe playing for a retake in this one if their spearhead here for the defense of Dimasic is taken down instantly.
Yeah, Dimasic just shoulder peeking and he'll see 3 there. He's going to flash around the corner, try and find something, but I mean, there's not much you can do when 3 players are hounding you down like that. Power will come from the other side and take off his head, but Shadow's there with the second onto Turco, and now it's a 3v3. The spike has been dropped. Russ, he'll take out Shadow now, so they do have free reign of the site. 10 seconds left, and they'll start to get the spike down, but that snakebite is going to do a little bit of damage. Not quite get the kill, but Zipan will finish it off. Take out Brave now. One low in the corner there, but Para finds the head of Zipan, and it's looking all to be the penultimate match point, unless for Shao can clutch this one up, blinded by the guiding light. He needs to turn around this corner, find both of these picks before he can go for this spike defusal, but luckily there's still a little bit of time left. It's slow as he turns around the corner, checking every angle painstakingly. Timer reaches its second part. The toxic screen goes down. He won't find a single kill. Para there to get his third and take them to 11 rounds.
That Para, incredible from him. Every single time he's been hitting headshots constantly. You saw Shadow that was sitting up in heaven. You're like, okay, this guy can do a lot of work. He can cut off the rotation, especially since there wasn't really much covering the entry from SMB onto site. And instantly, Power swings around, finds him, takes him out, and that's a Power position lost in that case. A lot of work that's been done. His camera was already preset. Instantly just dove deep into site, went for a camera in the back by the defender spawn, and could get the information that is also necessary on SMB or FPX's position. Sorry, here. Brave going in a very brave fight very early on in the round, but not able to find anybody through the back. Bit of damage done, but instantly healed up here just at the entry for B main. So things slowing down, early skirmish. Who gains the advantage here with Guardians in hand? Dimasic.
Well, Dimasic is the only one with really a long-range weapon for the FPX side. They've had to kind of half buy into this round so that they can buy up and try and make it 12-12 if SMB do manage to win this round. You don't want to be buying up and then suddenly be in a match point position with absolutely no weapons to work with. At SMB, they're still playing it slowly. They're still waiting for that last push at the end of the round. Russ, he's probably going to open this up with the guiding light here, but Izzy's going to take first contact. Dimasic sees him and just leaves it. You know what? Don't need to fight that, but Izzy, he's going to take the fight to them. Jump in with the satchels, look for a kill. Out comes the run it back inside the smoke, but Angel finds the first pick onto Brave. Izzy'll take down the trade, and also Dimasic's run it back, but Dimasic does find one onto Power. Turco takes out Zipan, and now it's a 3v3, but there's 30 seconds left, and the fault line will stun up the SMB players. Shao looking down from heaven to find ahead of one of these supermassive Blaze players, but not finding anything so far. Russ, he'll take first blood in this 3v3, down onto Shao, but he's down to 5 HP himself. Izzy is massive with the headshots, but Shadow's there with a trade. Turco, he'll take him out. And that'll be the round once again for SMB. We're going to match point, and, well, FPX, they're looking to have a tough time here of bringing this one back.
Unbelievable. SMB, every single time they bash through site, Pora does work, and if he doesn't, Russ is there to follow up. The early engagement, we saw the most important thing there was that, I mean, we couldn't quite mention it because there was so much to unpack in the round before it even. FPX did not have much to work with. They even were going for the shoddy, Shadow for his best John Gotti impression, but it wasn't going to work out. You don't have much in the way there of Util and even SMG in hand. It was looking really bad. The Guardian is great at those regions, like you mentioned, but it's just not enough when you have people that are diving into you. Izzy, no hesitation the whole time. So I'm wondering what Russ will be doing here. He's going to scout out, and is he going to find anybody? No, all smokes all around him. And just poking and prodding here, SMB, before they make their final decision. Not sure if they will go for that B-side again.
They know FPX now are backed into a corner a little bit. See if they fight their way out or just try and defend themselves in this scenario. It looks like they might try and fight their way out, as Angel is going to go for an aggressive peek on mid, which is going to be found out by that bomb buddy there. And, well, I mean, Nobody found, so at the very least, Power isn't going to be able to get a kill off it, but he's going to stay in mid and just make sure nobody gets aggressive once again. Those cheeky FPX players. Oh, he looks for one, and that was actually very close, but again, FPX are playing it pretty safe back here. They don't want to let anything get past them, but Zipan, he's going to be very close to being found by Power here if they let him completely into heaven. With absolutely no contest whatsoever. He's going to turn around the corner and see them. Oh no, Power's been found out. Oh, but Russ is there, the savior. Shao comes through onto Power, and he'll try and find the second onto Russ. He does. The head taken off now. Shao's been absolutely massive for FPX so far, and there's only 13 seconds left in the round. Izzy comes through with a headshot onto Angel, and they need to get the spike down now. Izzy will find the second onto Shao, and the showstopper will go through into CT. Not quite make the hit, but Dimisic takes out Izzy. Brave onto Dimisic, and it's a 2v1 now. Shadow on 5 HP. He'll hit a headshot onto Turco through the wall, but that's not quite enough to get the kill. He flashes round and looks for these last two, but the spike is already down, and he has to do all the work with only 5 HP. A fly could kill him at this point, and it's looking all but over for FPX. 7 bullets in the chamber. He only needs 2 to get the 2 kills. Vandal enjoy as Pepe laugh. He'll turn around the corner, and Brave will finish it out. 13-10 to SMB, and they take the series 2-0.
Vandal enjoy.